Lawton, co-chairman of Brunswick and North Kite Residents Association, which is nearby Maids, Causeway and a section of Newmarket Road in our area running right through. In August 2010, a new 20-mile-an-hour speed limit was applied to this whole section of road and indeed other central city streets. But to our dismay, from the very start, the police have been unwilling to enforce the new limit. This issue has prompted front-page headlines and a number of articles in the Cambridge News. We know there's widespread speeding in our road. Local councillors have in the past set 20-mile-an-hour enforcement as a policing priority, resulting in some very limited 30-mile-an-hour speed checking. So, in fact, the 20-mile-an-hour limit is nearly 2.5 years old, but has never been enforced here. It is clear the police are perfectly capable of doing this work, but have always shown an unwillingness to do so, to our great dissatisfaction, as speeding is a daily menace. In fact, the policeman on the spot told me, every car in this road is speeding. It isn't just here. I'm concerned there's a general culture of speeding, and because of the lack of police enforcement, drivers feel they can speed with impunity. I'm encouraged that you've recently tackled illegal behaviour on the roads in one area, namely cycling, and so now hope you will share our concern over speeding and can and would be willing to work on this area with the police with a view to greatly improving their record in this important area. Thank you.
Thank you. I think I'm probably ahead of you a bit on this because I've already taken this up. I've had a discussion with Chief Constable informally as to what can be done. So he's been warned that I want this to be looked at and there needs to be a priority on it. And I welcome the fact that the city are actually going to extend the area of 30-mile-an-hour limits. That is good. Because it isn't a place that you can, in my opinion, drive safely any faster than 20 miles an hour. You've got so many pedestrians, as you were talking about tourists. I mean, there's so many people here. Many of them don't look the right way up the road because they're used to coming from the continent. All of these things have to be taken into account. But taking the speed limits as they are and enforcing them has got to be a priority. There's no question about that. It's no use having them if no one's going to take any notice of them. And I say I applaud the fact that you've got the 20-mile-an-hour limits, and you're not the only people. It's now happening in some of the villages as well, and all of this needs to be tackled. I think there is, and I can't answer this fully, but there is a slight problem in the way it's dealt with, which negotiations are going on at national level with the Home Office on this, in the way in which it is policed and the actions that they take. But let me assure you, I picked it up and I intend to see it through because I applaud the fact that you've got 20-mile-an-hour limits in the city, and I say you're not the only ones who've got them. We've got other places as well, and they're there for a reason. It's all about safety. What we don't want to do is to end up with people being killed or maimed because people are not observing them. I'm quite a stickler for it. My car has a speed limiter on it, so that when I come into Cambridge I make jolly sure I don't get caught. I put it onto 30, and then when I hit the 20 I put it onto 20 and I can't drive any faster. Perhaps all cars should have those.
Councillor Waitwood, did you have a comment? Yeah, I think the applause said it really. I just wanted to really welcome Sir Graham's comments on that, because it is something that John Lawton and Brunk and ward councillors have been pushing for action on for a long time, and a change in attitude from the police would be incredibly welcome. So I'm really pleased to hear that we will hopefully get some political leadership from the new Police and Crime Commissioner on this. It's excellent.